Wait, so the commissar was a traitor, seeing as the rogue trader disposed of him? That is exactly it. So who's in charge now? I am. The rogue trader is, you idiot. Exactly. Kneel, all of you. Hail Her Ladyship von Valancius. It's about time I got some recognition on this damn place. Okay, well that guy was rude. The tall Drakari, whose body is riddled with painful-looking puncture wounds and dotted with metal rings and clamps, lets out a chuckle as you approach, and begins speaking in his own language. Your elucidator hisses to life, translating the words. Look, Karin. Is this the monkey that cost you your place at the Archon's side? Marazai's eyes flare with turquoise fire at the sight of you. An immediate, uncontrollable urge to kill. The Drakari seizes the blades hanging from his belt and freezes at the shout of the metal-studded Xenos. Careful with the meat for the arena, Marazai. If Sinithoria is short on toys for her fighters, you will be punished again. She seems to enjoy pitting you against Chimera. Maybe this time she won't deem it necessary to give you back your skin after you slay them all. The motionless Masari turns his head towards skin. Did you notice a thin red stripe on his neck below the ear? Like a fresh stitch, shaking with barely contained rage, the former Draken stares at you with dark eyes. I just wanted a proper look at you, humiliated, stripped of everything you were, and later, I shall find a way to kill you. Masarai gives you a predatory grin. You think too highly of yourself, little beast. Pray you are killed in the arena before you know the caress of my blades. Baby's expression turns sour. I'm tired of this noise. We must go, proselytes. It is time for our next training session.
Let us not dawdle.
Is there a way to, like, see Henrix? This chute sends spent materials to corpse dump. Materials such as you. Oh, okay. Ulfa.
Or to see them cut down.
I think it might continue. Singing softly under his breath, the man of an enormous proportions is intently stripping raw meat from a bone with his teeth. His unwashed red hair is falling into his face. His beard is matted and bloodstained, and the aforementioned teeth look more like fangs than a human equivalent. A less knowledgeable person might not recognize this giant humanoid, but you are well aware that this is a space marine, an angel of the Emperor. His body is covered in primitive scar tattoos, the meaning of which eludes you. I'm going to kneel before we hail the angel of the Emperor. A red brow quirks upward slightly in approval. It seems, without breaking off from his meal, he nods at you, and for an ordinary human, such a show of regard is a high honor. Picking a piece of meat from Bettina's teeth, the warrior resumes his murmuring in between the lines of his song. He tosses out, "What do you want?" I'm studying him. The huge body with a straggly, overgrown red hair perfectly suits the deep, chilling voice of this man. Or of this beast in the guise of a man. Tribal scar-like tattoos cover his chest, arms, and back, and you glimpse an intricate braid in his mass of unwashed hair. His body bears so many pale scars that you cannot count them all, and muscles bulge beneath his skin like boulders. He looks like a statue carved from stone. It is clear that captivity has sapped this prisoner of none of his physical power. Your assessment is confirmed when you spot the remains of the Drakari in a pile of carrion at his feet, likely one of the homunculus' servants. The Drakari's flesh appears to be making a fine snack for your new acquaintance. Who are you?
I am a wolf.
At first glance, the man does not strike you as possessing great intellect. He is clearly more accustomed to mauling and killing than thinking. But you detect a certain shrewdness in his eyes, and after looking you over, he says shortly, I am a wolf. How did you come to be here?
My pack answered the Inquisition's call and came to the Coronis Expanse. There was a battle, and then the young wolves yearning to be meat for their brotherlings. To a feast of bolters they went out roving. Though they were but few, one long fang with them went loping. Not to see them cut down by scythes unclean. The pups he sent scattering, and there stood alone the paths guarding. For a foe he long spied, one worthy among unworthy. The song of swords singing, they clashed with clamor and skill, until stood the old wolf upon the bones. Then, by the birds of battle, was he brought down.
Okay.
Was that clear enough? This saga sounds less interesting in prose.
I wish to know more about your brothers.
That butcher sent you to spy for him, did he? Or do they know nothing of the Emperor's angels, the space wolves of Fenris, or the great Lehman Russ in your corner of the galaxy?
Why does the homunculus keep you in a cage?
For his own safety. When I am not busy killing inhuman spawn in the arena, the Xenos fear my will.
I want to help you.
Who are you to offer me help? You stink of Xenos. I see you are on friendly terms with them. You are not sitting in a cage, and you smell of someone else. Someone spiteful and cunning. You cannot help me.
I mean, I could. Point to the piece of meat in his hand, didn't he, Fiji?
A predator does not eat only when it is hungry. There are many reasons to eat.
Answered just obliquely. There must have been a reason for this bloody repast. For a moment, the vicious grin loses some of its sincerity, and the bloodthirsty person casts an intense, scrutinizing look at your face, as if trying to read your thoughts. You must be planning an escape, yes?
And why do you want to know?
I have no more questions. Ah, no, not that noise! Oh my god, no, no. Is it done? Oh, I hate... I have the misophonia of noise now. Listen closely to the song the prisoner is singing to himself. You don't know the language. The sound seems crude and mangled, but not entirely lacking the harsh dignity of a form of a Gothic. While also sounds similar to the rumble of a landslide, sharp and choppy, guttural phrases tumbling forth in a harsh rhythm. I'm gonna try to... I should be good at this. I'm gonna try to join in on the singing. You close your eyes and you enter the flow of the song, like slipping into a fast-flowing mountain river. Words rise up naturally in your mind. They are not the same ones sung by the prisoner, but you sense their aptness. Verse flows from your lips full of surprising poetic metaphors and bloody details of a nameless hero fighting monsters under the light of an unfamiliar stars.
You are the one who has supped the mjord of the Skjalds, I see. In the long haul, some of my brothers will be eager to tell you of their exploits so that you would sing a saga of their deeds.
worry such as you could prove useful to me.
To get what you want, you will have to convince two very headstrong individuals. Me and my captor. That claw-handed Xenos.
Okay, step away from the cage. Okay, I want to go talk to him again. Maybe? Oh god. The appendage protruding from the Xenos' back moved restlessly, emitting a non-nervous screech. Cervantes is completely engrossed in his apparatus and spares you no attention. Master, allow me to take the space marine you keep in a cage. No. No. The homunculus snaps curtly, and he returns to his work. Noticing that you are still waiting for something, he hisses irritably, still not taking his eyes off the experiment. If you wish to continue wasting my time with your pathetic pleading and whining, specimen, then you know the price. Pay up or get out. I have nothing to pay but my own flesh. Please accept it as a gift. What exactly is he gonna do if I do this? Alright, I cannot pay now. Then get out of my sight and do not disturb me again, specimen. Okay.
Keep your wits about you.
Can we speak to these guys? No.
Seneschal Viserion, I am glad you are still with us and remain as stalwart as ever.
I was on the verge of retiring, sister. But where would the Lord Captain be without me, No. It is a little too soon for that.
Indeed. Indeed. We've got a lot of equipment that maybe we should look into. Let's... I'm reducing income to 19. That what I'm wearing is better. Dodge 11%, 34. Carapace grants were 2 to... Oh, I still want to just to dodge. Whereas first melee attack in combat cannot be parried or dodged. But now we'll give that to Abelard. Grants were +5 bonus to persuasion. Give that to me for now. Whereas ranged attacks decrease their target's dodge. I can't believe I actually have her backpack still. Right, okay. If the wearer has conviction dogmatic, they also gain... I think I have dogmatic. So
I won't compromise my principles.
She's definitely dogmatic.
That is not the Emperor's will.
Okay, fair enough. She's not. Oh, apparently I'm not. Oh, fair enough. Did we get all our stuff back? It feels like we did. It looks like we did, you know? That we got a good bit of our stuff back. Right, so I do want to walk around again. Just to see if anything has changed.
I won't let it define me. The Emperor favors me today.
Where does that take us? Pits. I want to go back to the mangled sector.
Is there money to be made?
Oh. The Aldari runs a hand over her face before turning to you. Her pale skin is tightly stretched over the bones of her skull. Her eyes have lost their glimmer, and her neck is stooped under an unseen burden. And yet you still recognize her. Juliet Lanaves, your former companion, and the reason for your imprisonment within these dark walls. Juliet glances at you. Her eyes widen slightly, but that is the only change you detect in her tense expression. Whatever emotions she may be feeling, she is suppressing them well. Ellentat. What are you doing? Learning, mastering that which will bring me closer to my roots. Juliet's voice vibrates with tension. The blade in her hand is shaking, and her knuckles are turning bone white. One of the Xenos who were watching Juliet torture the silent victim stepped forward. Did the monkey come for a taste of pain? Then you must have patience. Our little guest still has so much suffering to extract from her first victim. Your prey is far from empty, Juliet. Do not hold back. Juliet grips the blade in her hand and immediately winces. Her spirit stone is emanating a red glow. She touches it with an expression of anguish. Suffering overwhelms me. No more. I cannot bear it any longer. Why are you doing this to her? Our little guest is learning the arts she and her kind lost aeons ago. Drakari gloats in a cloying tone of voice. The art of delight, unhampered by meaningless taboos. The art of extracting rapture from another's flesh against the will of its owner. The art of walking the path of the Drakari. Is that right, my lost Asuriani? Path of the Drakari. Yulia echoes the Xenos' words, and the sound of her voice is as feeble and hollow as an echo. Once Juliet opens her soul to our ways, she will have a home once more, among our kind. If she refuses, well, then she will have to give up that bauble she wears as a flimsy shield against she who thirsts. But there is no cause for alarm. When we are done here, our little sister will need her spirit stone no longer. When she betrayed us, I have come to the mind that I am going to kill her. Like, I'm thinking, this is my thinking, is I'm gonna hand her to the Inquisition. That is my thinking. If I am still able to hand her to the Inquisition, I will. Because, do you know what? From day one, I love her as a, as the character. I think she's fantastic. As an absolute character. And her fighting, the fact that she's a sniper, she's been so valuable to me. In terms of killing things. But as the rogue trader, I'm going to rip the blade out of Juliet's hand and kill the Chikari who spoke. Juliet's mine. You cannot have her. The Chikari is too enthralled by the victim's torture to react in time. The blade goes through his throat, and the Zenith collapses with a visceral wheeze. His kin move to draw their weapons but freeze, transfixed by the sight of their brother thrashing in agony. Juliet takes a ragged breath. From the Dark One's toy to a monkey's property. My past shows me no mercy, Elentak. Tell me, will your heart find the strength and resolve to forgive me, to allow me to share the path with you once more? We will yet have a word about your deeds. Now, however, it is time to leave. Juliet nods warily. You are right. Explanations and understandings are now ours to pursue, and yet your willingness to take me back astounds me, Elentak, and it frightens me in equal parts. Asturian, heed my word. I will not fail I will not fail your faith in me again. The spirit stone in her breast flashes and slowly dims. Tell you one thing. And now let us walk away from the nightmares that sink their stings into the darkest recesses of my ravaged soul. I only helped because, I'm going to murder her myself. I want to murder her myself. I want to... Ooh, that one sounds good. The Wall of Rockgate now grants an additional +6. Any ranged area and burst attacks of the arch militant reduce the weapon scope of all enemies to the end of combat as well. As long as the arch militant has killed at least one enemy with a melee attack, oh, that will do that one. Feels like forever since we leveled up, in all fairness.
always, keep your eye on the prize.
Keep running away!
My success
An empty
was
vial is lying on the
inevitable.
ground. It contains a repetrobine, a stimulant that heightens one's perception of moving objects, but hinders their ability to see stationary objects. I love how everyone just murders everyone.
I always have a backup plan.
I better myself through my service.
I'm gonna hazard a guess to say something foul. Oh, no, 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 wait. There it is. That running gun could be pretty good for Abelard.
Let us not dawdle.
Duty prevails.
Well, what do we have here?
That's a fresh corpse, that.
I have learned much in my exile.
Tennis enhance, okay. So now I actually know what they are, so. That's to be given back to him. I wonder if we can find something that would be of oh, that's Pascal! The crooked figure wrapped in crimson looks nothing like the Pascal Hanuman you know. Before his silhouette hunched through, it may have been under the weight of his potential coil, used to radiate authority and the power of restricted knowledge. Now he simply looks broken. His raiment is soiled with dark red bloodstains and the black blotches of sacred augments. His mechandrite wriggles sluggishly like a dying snake's. Pascal does not look at you, for his gaze is focused inside his own body. There is a horrible gaping wound in his chest, and you see glinting, clanking mechanisms squirming within. Pascal has plunged his fingers into the wide, dripping maw of the wound, and is in the process of palpitating his metal innards with great care. It is difficult to say if the procedure that Pascal has undergone was torture, sacred augmentation, or vivisection. His flesh is covered in fresh sutures interspersed with wounds that no one has taken the trouble to stitch up. An ordinary human would have long since bled out, but the Ferrum Sanctum sustains the body of the adepts of the machine god. His metallics insides are exposed to the eye in all their vulgar and bloody nakedness. Pascal, can you hear me? This statement is true, Titania von Shire. Pascal looks up at you. His skin has gone yellowish and clammy from the lubricant like sweat, and there is something strange about the pupil of his left eye. You look closer and realize that its shape is no longer round. It is tricagon? What happened to you? An act of defilement. This unit was subjected to profane invasion, the dry words coming from the Vox speaker rustle like sand. Under the cold layer of a formality you sense panic. As Xenos touched my Ferrum Sanctum, removed parts of it and changed other parts, branded my true flesh with ulcers of forbidden metal. What became of you after our capture? This unit was immobilized, transported to a laboratorium of a Xenos with a designation Devantius, the Arch Machinator, studied, atomized. His vox begins to vibrate ominously, as if he is about to burst into a hysterical scream. Then this unit was changed. Its sacred augmentations were subjected to reconstructoring, complete replacement, modification. Then this unit received basic medical assistance. Then this unit. The voice from the Vox speaker fades to a whisper. Then he let me go. Where are the others? No data available. Optimistic projection? They are dead. Is there any way I can help? This statement is false. The voice from the speaker becomes drier and calmer. The impure augmentations were inserted into the technical cycle of the operation of my true flesh. Their direct excision will, with an undetermined yet high degree of probability, cause the cessation of my vital functions. Pascal's fingers widen the edges of the wound. Blood mixed with sacred unguents trickled down his wax-like skin. His sunken chest contains more metal than you thought possible. You see the grey tissue of his lungs pierced by dozens of fins, tubes, an unfamiliar organ made of a synthetic fiber imprisoned in a cage of protective rings. The white cover over his respiratory system that disappears into his trembling larynx. All these augmentics are riddled with small grafts of xenotech clinging to them like rust. What exactly did they change? Detecting numerous replacements in chain of command distributors. Alterations have been made to the operational algorithm of the encoder inside my cortical augmentic. Pascal now speaks with complete indifference and calm, as if reading out an inventory of spare parts at the warehouse. The chemical injection analyzer has been destabilized. He falters and hints of humanity creep back into his voice. He sounds almost bewildered. There are other changes. I cannot understand what they are, what their function is. Why did they remold you like that? No data available. I hypothesized that the purpose behind the alteration was entertainment. Curiosity. He was curious to see what was inside me. Then he remade me to see what I would do next. He wanted to watch me rip his gifts out of myself. Yes, you must be the one who decides what to do about the aberrants inside you. Request denied. This unit's purity and ability to make logical sound decisions have been compromised. Never before have you seen Pascal so lost and helpless. If it does not pose an immediate threat to your life, leave the xenometal inside your body for now. We will deal with you later. Request denied. Due to violation of the 9th universal law, the alien mechanism is a perversion of the true path. There is resonation in Pascal's voice. This is a heretical judgment. If I was... Oh, man. I'm not losing him. God damn it. Oh my gosh, what am I supposed to do here? I'm not losing him. Look, if Juliet is still with us, then we can do it. You are a warrior of comprehension. Survive event and comprehend. This statement is true. Pascal's voice grows firm. I am a warrior of comprehension. Comprehension is the key to all things. I will comprehend the enigma, and in doing so, prevail. I will not yield. Pascal forces himself upright and says in a faltering voice, "This unit is ready to serve. Omnisire, have mercy on me." I can't not. No, I couldn't. I can't murder him. We will have to deal something. I'm not losing him. Not yet. Not here. No.
Rise to the top.
Not here.
Or
There's no.
get left
There's big
in the
hell
dust.
knows. Big freaking hell knows. We're not losing him. Oh. I have nothing to give yet. I want to go to...
The machine god grants the insight.
Is there money to be made?
I can push the button now. Oh.
Irrefutable certainty.
Because you know what I do want to do? I really want to find Commissaire. And I
Always keep your
wanna
eye on the
murder him.
prize.
Yes, I think this is where we're going. I also, like I said, I want to murder him, so I'm going to go back and look for him. But we'll deal with Pascal. Hopefully someone can, like, I don't know, maybe we can pretend that he hasn't got heretical Xenos parts in him. Oh, there's so many hard... Commissar, there it is. My brothers and sisters, it is time for you to meet our greatest ally. Rogue trader Titania von Shire von Valencia herself is part of the resistance. I ask you, how can we fail with someone so mighty fighting on our side? The maleficent Xenos have already tried to kill her in the arena, yet their efforts were for naught. The Emperor protects. The Commissar gives his inspirational speech while looking you right in the eye without a shred of shame. His words draw smiles of amazement and exultation from the people around him. You've never seen any of them before. Traitor! You condemned them to death. You lied to us, and now I have come to exact retribution. The Commissar's smile becomes unpleasant. Sister Argento, what are these accusations I'm hearing? Could it be that the horrors of combat have rattled you so? Have you been blinded by the ensuing madness? He adds a well-measured dash of pointed suspicion to his voice. Or has our cunning enemy poisoned your mind with some wicked influence? Argenta, stop, or else those who do not know the whole truth might suffer. Argenta sighs grimly and gives the Commissaire a look of intense loathing. I will not risk the lives of those you have deceived, but make no mistake, this isn't over. Wait, Malice is still alive? Hold on a minute. Sid nods at Malice. I haven't seen Malice. Oh, he's in there. Oh, he's in there. Was it not our intention to kill him? The Viper is surprisingly hard to kill. He's chock full of life support augmentics. I figured a new pet would be a nice bonus to claim a victory in having the den back. Besides, new recruits need a target to practice their aim on, right? Malice looks horribly maimed. One of his arms has almost been ripped off, and now is hanging on by sinew alone. His acidic voice, however, is just the same as before, and so is the bloodthirsty gleam in his eyes. Just their aim. What about their close combat skills? Let me out. Make me suffer. Pick me against 3 of your 5 or 5 of yours unarmed. Good entertainment for your people, is it not? Keeping him in a cage is pointless. He could be of so much use to you. You're not thinking of striking a deal with this crafty beast, are you? A word to the wise. It's the surest way to die. That spawn has wiles like you wouldn't believe. He convinces you to trade a cup of water for a battleship. Then you blink and you've got no water, no battleship, only a head shot full of holes. And what do you think those people will do to you if you tell them what your true business is? Commissar answers with a smug, confident smile. Care to find out? Let's see who they believe. Their brothers in arms who promises them an expeditious escape, or a highborn loudmouth without a concrete plan. I have questions about you personally. I've got nothing to hide. There can be no foibles in the disciplinary officers past and present. Who are you really? What do you mean by that? Are you asking me what my name is? It's Aiko Sudnitny. I didn't lie about that. You want to know my trade? I've got none. I was born in a hive that was suffocating from overpopulation, and all I did my whole life was just survive, using whatever means fate could throw my way. You want to know who I serve or who I believe in? Myself and myself. No one else. Maybe you meant to ask what my calling is. That would have been an interesting question indeed. I think I may be an artist at heart. Beaming, a smile lights up the Commissar's face. How did you become to be in Comora? They were forming on... Astra Militarum regiment on my planet, thousands of morons brought the Commissar's broke shit about rations and the glorious duty that it is protecting the Imperium. I wasn't one of them. Of course, however, it soon turned out that those thousands of volunteers weren't enough. That's when the planet's governor conscripted the entire population of 17 hive levels, everyone who was of age. I lived on one of those levels, and that's how I became a soldier. Or to be specific, how I joined the Penal Legion. Our regiment was branded from the start for some heinous act committed by one of our dead predecessors. When they left us to die at the hands of the Chukari, I decided I'd eaten enough crap out the Imperium's hand. I beat our Commissar to death and convinced my unit to surrender. And that's how I ended up here. You look like you're enjoying yourself here in Kamara. You seem surprised. You're the rogue trader here. You're the one whose former life was sweeter than this one. But for a commoner like me, our beloved Imperium is just as much of a deadly, treacherous, deceitful place where everyone wants to use you and kill you. The only difference is nobody here demands that you jump for joy about the way things are. Yeah, I like this place more than my former world. I have no more questions. You're a traitorous maggot. Commissar mounts a placating gesture and lowers his voice. Yes, yes. You got me. I'm a traitorous maggot. Just keep it down, will you? Why do you send people to the arena? Commissar shrugs. Just trying to be useful. The witch cult of the Fatal First enjoys this little show I've put on. Killings don't amuse them all that much. They want something more flavorful. Those people think they're just a step away from salvation, and then they realize where they are. The combination of despair, pain of betrayal, horror, and broken hopes. They add a spice to their death agonies. So I provide that spice to the witches and they give me equipment and food and protection. I guess that means my work is appreciated. Tell me more about the arena. Arenas are the wellsprings of life in this hideous place. The Drukhari are forced to feed on psychic energies born of pain and fear, or else they wither and degrade. That's why they go to these gladiatorial arenas. They're like feasts where Drukhari stuff themselves with people's sufferings, and the witch cults are the rulers of these bloody carousels. Chasm is the turf of the cult of the Fatal First, which is led by the three succubi, Tazara, Kikaros, and Sinisphora. Kikaros is typically the one in charge of the arena fights, but Tazara goes on raids to harvest new fighters. But it's no secret that the Sinisphora is the most fearsome and powerful of the three. She's the one who forged the alliance between the cult of the Reaving Tempest, but for some reason she's been avoiding the spotlight lately. And how did you manage to work out a deal with the witches? I happened to find myself in the arena, and I did whatever I could to survive, which entertained the audience quite a bit. One of the witches, Tazara, took notice of me. She found me and said that I could serve them either with my brains and charisma or with my blood and guts. Except Tazara seems to have forgotten all about me. Would Malice have dared to make a move if she hadn't? She must have grown bored sooner or later. They become bored of everything, and I'm trying my best to win back her favor. I already have a few ideas for my new little stage plays. Tazara's dead. I killed her. Damn it. I'll miss her patronage. Though the same can't be said of her high-handed manner and her habit of using sharper objects to bring fun to any conversation. Well, I'll just have to win over a new patroness. Commissar smiles nonchalantly. Even a real commissar? He laughs, looking pleased. Of course not. I can tell you from experience that they beat all the brains and imagination out of commissars during training. I was nobody from the Penal Legion of the Astar Militarum, but I did beat a commissar to death with a spade, and took his art uniform. Does that make me something of a commissar in your eyes? He chuckles in amusement. What did Malice do to cross you? I want the truth. He robbed me of what was mine. When that scaled freak realized I'd been left without patron, he brought his gang to my den, this den, and took it away, and my arena portal with it. Then he went on grazing on my pastures and snatching new arrivals who were supposed to be mine. And what do you intend to do now? I'll keep supplying meat for the arena. Without Malice around, all human captives will be mine to collect, and I'll have plenty of material to delight our gracious hosts with it. I believe you have a problem. I survived. Is that a problem? You're not going to. No. Kill me, are you? That would be most unwise. Malice used to be the one who could get you things to survive, but now I've taken over. If you kill me, who will supply you with good weapons, stimulants, and armor? How about a deal? You take part in my show and I give you access to the stores of the Resistance. You just keep your mouth shut and your finger off the trigger. Hear me, people. This liar serves Xenos, and you've been seized. 2 arms. The Commissar smirks. Oh, you really shouldn't have. I can shout things too, you see. I wonder who they'll listen to. My brothers and sisters in arms, we've been betrayed to battle. Let us spill the blood of she who obeys the unhallowed whims of Xenos for the Emperor.
I'll make an example
Okay.
of you.
Stand your ground!
Fine. Fine. You know what? Just fine. Actually, I'm gonna have... Do you move?
My vow is to stop ability analysis successful.
And actually give me...
My competencies are not that
Stuff.
universal.
Swift and silent. If I must. This tedium is beneath me. I understand your intent.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. It will be done. I will do my duty. Victory is imminent. Grey hair, sure hand.
Come on, Abelard, you got this.
Just a minor setback.
Let's get to it!
Oh, they are all running to him.
Let's make it quick!
I'll brush this off. Don't let your guard down.
Not doing that, but, you know. Abelard gets caught in that. They shouldn't get caught in
Who?
that.
If not me. You never stood a chance. I'll see to it personally.
Indeed. We'll rule the stars themselves.
Oh, we
At your
will.
beck and call. It will be done. I will do my duty.
On it.
It is a shame that they all have to die, but, you know.
This is why I was chosen. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Like I said, 'tis a shame.
Faith without deeds is worthless. Guided by faith.
Clearly really don't get that.
Stay vigilant.
Ooh, he got like all his health back.
Here we go.
Weather the storm! I must not
It still
falter.
tickles me that they can kill their own guys.
Ugh. Pain and
Weapon at the
duty
ready.
go hand in hand.
A mere pain won't stop me.
I am dodging some of
Moving
those.
out.
I can't stand it.
We got reinforcements. Well, that's rude.
Quick,
Don't
quick.
touch me.
Ah.
As the tactical imperative dictates. The omniscient. The scriptural prognosis is favorable. Request denied.
I am not your Xenos pet.
Oh, you
monkey.
are you are totally my Xenos pet. Just so you know, you are totally my
If it
Xenos
serves
pet.
your cause. This tedium is beneath me.
Victory is imminent. At your beck and call. It will be done. At your beck and call. Reduced to dust.
Dead.
Out of my way.
No weakness is hidden from my sight.
Don't think she'll be able to. She might be actually. Let's do it.
Pay with your blood in the name of Kaela Mensha Kane! I hear you moving. No more.
I hate this back and
I
forth.
deal death with my hands. I hear you moving. No more.
There you go.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Rejoice in battle! For you, my Emperor!
Break their morale.
Significant value.
That is your morale broken.
Let's get to it.
Follow my lead.
Oh, Pascal is not taking any crap.
Follow my lead.
Damage is negligible.
Emperor, protect me.
I'm sorry, guys, but
High momentum.
I didn't mean to do that. Oh well.
Just designate a target. I am not your Z. Another soul slips beyond the veil. I understand your intent. If I must.
Ooh, that was a nice shot.
A tactically sound approach. It will be done. One
Nailed
fewer
it.
target. At your beck and call. It will be done.
I'll see to it, personally.
This tedium is beneath. I deal death with my hands.
Thinking.
Accept your lot.
Victory is imminent. I took care of this one. Follow my lead.
Smash! Oh wait, no, I won't smash.
I will do my duty.
Smash again.
At your beck and call. One fewer target. Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
All the movement.
I won't stand for it.
Maybe you should sit for it then?
I'll make it happen.
Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it.
Good. Any more? There's apparently two more.
Weather the storm!
I took
Oh.
care of this one.
There's one more.
I must not falter.
Oh, that's just
Duty
rude.
prevails.
High momentum. Running binary
Oh, I
override.
missed. Wait.
Activating force mode standard.
I don't think. Yeah. That's okay. I will up and get him.
My place is at
The
the
other one
fore.
might not be able to get him from there. Oh, I can!
Huzzah! Reduced to dust.
Wait, so the commissar was a traitor, seeing as the rogue trader disposed of him? That is exactly it. So who's in charge now? I am. The rogue trader is, you idiot. Exactly. Kneel, all of you. Hail her ladyship von Valancius. It's about time I got some recognition on this damn place.